these are all 25 tall. They grew overnight. This is $18,000. Like, this is, you know, a good starting money way of making money. Wait. Yo guys, what's going on? It is your boy Thunberg here, and today it's finally time for episode 2 of How to Make Money. Now, if you missed yesterday's stream, I just wanted to let you know that I updated my system so people no longer can steal the cactus. However, it still just goes straight into here, into a dropper system, which just keeps pooping out okay, there we go. That goes into this dropper system where you can't steal it. So it will just keep shooting out cactus for anyone that is in this pool. Oh, is this gonna go away? No, it's not gonna go away, but... And GG friends, free cactus. But anyways, I just wanted to show you this. Now, this entire episode is all gonna be about efficient farming or straight up automated farming. Now, I have a little surprise for how I'm gonna do this episode, but before that, I am building my greenhouse number 2. Now, it was ages ago when I built my cocoa bean farm in greenhouse number 1. But I think it's finally time for greenhouse number 2. And this time, I'm not gonna be as lazy as that one. I'm making it 100% automated. This is what it's gonna look like. Double floored, pistons everywhere, everything automated. It's gonna be sick. But anyways, since there is a lot of stuff gonna go on in this episode, But anyways, there's a lot of stuff to get through in this one episode to teach you guys how to make money. So, I'm gonna go straight into it. It's gonna go pretty fast for you guys, and I'll see you in a little while. Alright guys, I've built quite a bit on this since the last edit, but I figured I didn't want too much to happen, so you would still always know what's happened. So, I still haven't grown this. The reason anything is even planted is just because I need some extra. Let's see if this even drops in. I don't know. We will figure that out. Alright, anyways. If we go back to my design, which I have tested and knows is working. This is how it's gonna run. So for now, all we have is these parts, right? But just for the convenience that I know how it's gonna work, and all of these are gonna be max delay, so I don't have to think about that while doing this either. I can edit that in later. But anyways, for now, I'm gonna keep replacing. I'm gonna keep... Please, okay, thank you. I'm gonna keep... Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep placing these. Well, that didn't work. There we go. Keep placing the repeaters and get the redstone right. And then I'll show you, I guess, the finished design. Alright guys, lots have happened, but it's kind of a funny position right now, so I figured I would record this. So, I've planted the rest. I even have spares after farming it just once. I've added this like weird staircase because I'm gonna do another layer of 4 more farms in the air. But if all the redstone is laid out, and if I go to the roof, you will. I'm gonna add like a roof layer here too, but don't worry about that right now. Okay, so the redstone goes around and it goes up and then it does the circle. And I haven't tried this yet, so we're doing it live. Except that, you know, it's not live, but we're doing it live. Okay. Do it. Oh. So basically I can start this anywhere, but let's just start it here. So I'm gonna double click this. Okay. Alright, let's go. And here we go. Alright, it's working. It's definitely working. Alright guys, yeah. So I think I'm gonna add more cooldown to this, because this is really fast right now. Secondly, this noise is kinda killing me, so I'm gonna pause it for now. Should just wait for it to come around. Alright, there we go. And now, if I show this... So, we need to do a few things. So we need to get... I place that, and then we're gonna have to do this. So I wanna do everything except the first block I placed. So we wanna place this entire row, not that, those 2 entire rows, and then the sand, and then water, Alright guys, so you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish off these 4 builds. I'm gonna add a delay, and then this is gonna be done. Alright guys, it is actually done. I have to say this was an easier build than I was expecting it to be. But it's all up there now, so it's all been planted all along. You see, this is already growing like crazy. Now, what I said that I was gonna do, I have still not fixed this, like the delay issue. But I think, honestly, that is gonna be super easy. Alright, there we go, I had to get redstone. But yeah, it's somewhat of a weird fix, but it's gonna add even more delay to it, so it's not like as panicky as you would think. And I'm gonna start it, and then we're gonna go outside, so let's open this door. Oh yeah, and it's on delay now, okay. And it just keeps going. Nice. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it like this for now, and we're gonna get into some other really sick farming methods. And there we have it. Automated sugarcane farm. Now I'm not sure how efficient it is, but it's very easy to make, and it's just gonna be running to make money, right? So, for now, let's just go back to where we ended off the first episode. Now, it's been a while since I recorded that, but I guarantee you that this entire thing grew in one night. It was all complete when I woke up. Now, for this episode, I am not gonna harvest it, but wait, can you see this? Alright, never mind. You can't see my coordinates of where I am, but these are all 25 tall. They grew overnight, and since it's 25 and then times 4, it's 100. They sell for 10 each. So every single pillar like this is worth 1,000, and this is just if you do the pillar system. Since I made that 16, so 18 pillars, this is $18,000. And considering that you only had to plant those saplings to make this, that is some pretty insane early starter money. Like, this is, you know, a good starting money way of making money. But anyways, this one overnight, not counting the tree, not even counting this, and not even counting this that grew down here, makes you about 20,000 per night. And obviously if you make these 2 entire rows and make it on both sides and all of that, it's even more, right? Because they will grow all the way down about 25 blocks, maybe more overnight, no matter how many you do. So that's about it for that part. Now, I have a little special plan to follow up this episode, and that will happen now. Alright, here we are. Now this is not my island. This guy right here. Oh yeah, he told me he has a YouTube channel, so if you wanna go look at that, feel free. But anyways, Magic Spoon, this guy here, hello, he asked me for help with his redstone machine. And I just realized, like, oh my god. First of all, he's pretty crazy. Secondly, his base is perfect for this episode, and you will know why in a second. Alright, so the real reason I wanted to visit this island and show you this off is this is not a base tour, this is how to make money. Now, one thing I'm gonna start off by saying is that this guy is a little bit crazy, okay? I do not recommend that you do every single way of making money at the same time. It's probably better to, you know, start off with a few things and do a lot of that. But for the sake of this video, this is perfect. So, what I first want to show off is, unlike what you just saw me doing, this guy has just made manual sugar canes. Now, sugarcane compared to everything else doesn't really need to be replanted, and obviously it breaks instantly with your hand, which most crops do. But as you can see, I'm not expecting this to be news to anyone, but sugarcane sell for quite a bit of money, but it's so easy to harvest. Now, he has done slabs. A little pro tip from Thunberg is that you can also use carpets, so you can just run over them without having this annoying little bounce. Anyways, that's sugar canes. Now the next thing I want to show you is that he's doing a tree farm. Now you might have seen this at Craners, and it's also a really good way of making money. Now you do have to replant them, and obviously the issue is that you have to break every log for the leaves to start breaking, and then you have to be here to pick up the saplings. You can make it so this entire floor system is out of hoppers. Depending a little bit where you are in your game, that is the right way to do it. It just depends if you can afford to fill out an entire floor with hoppers. But anyways, so these are the two real, like, basic, really manual things, right? You will have to break these and collect them by hand, and you will have to mine the trees and then collect the saplings by hand. Now, the next thing he has, which I also want to show you, is that he has a bit of an other way of making vines. And it really isn't anything magic to it. It's just that he has made like these things, and then also it's auto loot, so you don't have to make sure. And obviously all you do is just, you know, sideways step this to loot everything. Pretty easy. They will keep growing. They will stop because it's water, so they won't grow any further. And yeah, basically, you know, this takes quite a while to harvest, but at least you can just stand here, do it like this, instead of having like my base, which was obviously really early on, so I just placed it to have them grow as much as they could. But this is a really nice way of doing it. You put them up over water, sometimes you pick them up, and sometimes they go into their things. Here you can have your sugarcane too. But it's another, a bit smaller way, a little bit easier to harvest way of making a vines farm. So I just wanted to show you that. This guy has, just as I've explained, already done his cactus farm. He did as I suggested. It's, first of all, you will see that it's the same style as I have on my island, Thunberg Island, which is my favorite design. I've been looking into a lot about this string used one. Seems like they're a bit easier to build, but they use up so much material, and they're really inefficient for how much you build to, like how much you have to do to build them. But anyways, this works fine. Cactus will just make money when it's AFK. You can never have a too big cactus farm. You can literally just build it forever. You can expand your realm. You can keep building it. Cactus is great. It will just be there and it will make you money. Alright guys, that was a bit of a rant about the more manual ways of making money. But the real big reason why we are here, and what is a bit more about this episode, is these kind of stuff. So here we have a nether warts, and what you will see is that he has a redstone system hooked up to dispensers, sorry, that will drop out water, and it will just auto do everything for you. So let's see how this works. It's a bit of a weird redstone setup, but you know, we'll try it out just for the heck of it. So there we go. No clear lag right now, it just happened, I thought so. And there he turns it off. Oh, and it's almost all collected. That is fine, let's have a look. It should almost all be collected, I think. Oh no, it's stacked up here. So, if I was this guy, and I can show you this, it's fine. Remember to place that back. What I do in these scenarios is you do it like this. This thing is kinda unneeded, because you click it once, and the water will start to flow, right? This, because it's soul sand, will take forever, but at least it will carry it downwards. Either once it's done, or once you're just bored enough to not wanting to wait for it anymore, you just click that button one more time, it will stop the water, and you just go out and collect it. Now, and I'm not gonna lie, so nether warts has been nerfed a little bit, but I made my 10 first IGs from my fairly small cactus farm on my first island, and then everything else was nether wart. I had two massive... Why did I can't put them in the chest? I'm so lazy. I had two massive nether warts, which basically were... I did the first one, I replanted it. I went up to the next one, I broke all of that, replanted it, went to sell, and when I got back, that first one I replanted was already done. So that's how I made money. Oh, and also guys, I have talked to him. He's fine with me harvesting everything for him, and then he's gonna replant it, so I don't have to do that in the episode. Now, next up, and this is a pretty efficient one. So what he's done is just potatoes all the way down. Now you will see this little thing here, and you will see this weird wooden part. That is because inside there he has the water system, because you know this, the dirt needs water next to it to stay wet. And it's the exact same thing. Now he has a lever, but buttons, or it doesn't matter. You click it again. It starts the water. And guys, look at this. Just checking for clear lag. This is so cool. It pushes all the potatoes, almost all, down with it, and it's just gonna keep going all the way down. Now the only problem is that sometimes they get stuck in the water. Oh, they don't. Oh, never mind. I'm lying. That's a lot of potatoes, guys. Let's just follow it all the way down. Alright, and here it's coming. The last few layers. Here's all the potatoes. They're coming. It's crazy. It's party. And it just stops there. Perfectly. And here we have it. We're down at the bottom. It looks to me like he needs to figure out a system to make it pick up it a little bit better. My suggestion would probably be to put these hoppers here and then a wall here, so they're forced onto the hoppers but they can't go over it. Let's just use this chest. Leave his potatoes so he can replant and everything. Alright, so my only suggestion I would say here is I prefer this design much more. Like, you can make it wider, and this looks really cool, but it sort of limits you when you go down. It takes a little while. Alright, and for the last thing I'm gonna show you, he also has a cocoa bean one, but instead of doing my system where it pushes them and all of that, I think this is a little bit more space efficient. He simply does it with dispensers and water again. And I'll show you this, and watch this lag. Here we go. Oh god. And now this is a really efficient system. It goes straight onto it, straight on into hoppers. Nothing is lost, nothing is ever wasted. All he does then is pick up the water, runs down here where everything is collected. The cocoa beans are gonna come in here, you see. And then once it's down, he just replants it. Yeah, it's a pretty efficient way of doing it. So, but that one is just dispensers above it. Mine is pushing the logs. It does the same thing, it's just different design-wise. This is my favorite water automated farm. It pushes it very quickly. It goes down here, nothing gets lost. I would suggest that you make these walls one higher, the end wall one higher. And the potato farm, very cool looking. Obviously works for wheat and everything you like. However, personally, I much prefer this design. I would not do the tower one, even though it works perfectly. It's just that, yeah, I don't know, it gives the feeling that you're stuck inside and you have to like take the entire trip. As while something like this you can just, you know, run down. Also, when it comes to the water system, if you do this design, you usually have the water in the middle and then slabs or carpets on top, so you can just run down on that instead of jumping on the hoed dirt, you know. But yeah, guys, that's about it I wanted to show you. Like I said before, we are at Magic Spoon. The O's are zeros. If you want to come here and copy his designs or anything like that. But other than that, that's what I want to show you. Gonna go back to my base, see if we made any sugarcane so far. And I'll see you guys at my base. For now, it works. I mean, just for me doing this episode, I made a few stacks. Yeah, like 15 stacks, something like that, of sugarcane. So, you know, and this will just run day and night forever, so happy with this. Anyways, I think we're gonna do a short summarize of this episode at some cool spot, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I just wanna do like a quick summarize here at the end of the episode, but I just wanna point out, if you didn't see the stream last night, I bought 23 more IGs, and my ID is getting really full. But anyways, so just like to summarize, the point of this episode is that I showed you a bunch of, even if it's advanced, it's still manual farms, right? Like the potato farm and everything you saw, it's all you have to replant it. And that goes for vines, potatoes, nether warts, trees, and cocoa beans. I made a little list here. And the point of that is that even though you can make the farms be really efficient, they go fast, they are big, they're designed in a way they should be, you still actually have to like wait for them and replant them, and you have to do manual work. But then you also have the fully activated ones, the fully automated ones, which my little cane farm is, my cactus farm, and spawner, which is basically the 3 big automated ones you can do. And it all comes down to that you want to have at least one automated one, which you can always have running. And whenever you're bored or you have spare time, you make that bigger. Like, take my cactus, right? Whenever I have more time to do, I can just make this, you know, another layer, another layer, another layer, forever. And then I can use that money either to make another layer or to buy more spawners or anything like that. But when I don't want to build, but this will still make me money, I want to have something, for example, cocoa beans. I can harvest that, I can replant it, I have to go sell it, I'll do something, and then it's time to harvest it again. So it all really comes down to that you need to have one thing that is like something you have to work on. Potatoes, for example, is a great way, because you need to replant them, and then you can do something, and then you need to harvest them, and so on and so on. And you want to have something that always makes you money. Cactus, for example, is usually gonna be the starting item, right? And that really is what this comes down to. And the entire episode is mostly done just to show you different ways of doing it. So yeah, this is sort of the mid-game one, and in the next episode, which is gonna be the last episode of how to make money, we're going into some deep theory about spawners, how to optimize it, and how to make the most money from it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.